Hey guys, it's Raychich and welcome here. It's maybe the last video about this build because I have around 4 videos about this build right now, so this build is kind of overpowered. And actually, if you don't know how this build works, you better to watch my previous videos. This build one-shot every pinnacle boss that I faced, and I mean it's pretty easy for like clearing maps because like you have really massive AoE. But in this video, I want to talk about what kind of changes I made since the last video and actually why. So as you see now, my character is the same level, like 89, almost 90, because like I don't spend much time farming maps because like I wanted to farm only ultimatum. So as you see right now, I have 5,500 mana, so it's like 500 more than I had in my previous video. And about let me start what I changed in my items, in my gear. So I have the same wand, the same helmet, the same ring, because this ring we need for work, actually the same body armor, the same amulet, but actually I changed the allocation. Now I allocate this amulet with split shot because it gives projectiles have 75% chance for an additional projectile when forking. So I mean, it means like when we fight with enemies, when our fireball actually hits the enemy, the monster, it will fork. Of course, because we have a snake pit ring, but it will have like 75% chance for an additional projectile. So I mean, it's like scales our AoE a lot. The next one, what I've changed is I've changed my gloves. I had the unique gloves for 100% fire to cold conversion because like we used to play in this build, like after 3 videos, we used to play with cast on freeze setup in maps and cast on shock against bosses, but right now we don't need actually cast on freeze anymore. And yeah, thank you to me guys, because like I don't want you to click many buttons and to change these gems all the time. Now we don't need cast on freeze because we have this allocation, we have more maximum mana right now, and now our AoE clearing is pretty goddamn awesome, so we don't need to have these comments, I mean, in maps. Like anyway, cast on shock works, but it will proc not really often while farming in maps because of white and magic monsters and blue monsters, but it will work completely gorgeous and awesome against bosses because like one shot every boss in game. So yeah, if you, I mean, once again, guys, if you don't know how this build works and you're confused what I'm talking about, you better to watch my previous videos. Don't ask me in comments like about every aspect in this build. You can ask me about what changes I made and why, or if you have some troubles, because like I have 2 big videos about this build and it's the short one. So the next one is after the glows is I have increased maximum mana soul core here. I changed my boots. So I have my boots because like I had another pair with resistances in rune sockets. Now I just added increased maximum mana. So yeah, the next one what I've changed since the last video is I changed the frost walls support gems because I had one more blue support gem for increased freeze build up. Now we don't need it because actually right now this build is, we don't need to freeze every enemy because like we don't care about cast on freeze, we don't have it anymore. And anyway, we one-shot bosses because we have a lot of lightning damage and our chance to shock is probably 100 while fighting bosses. So yeah, we don't need this freeze build up. I added overcharge support skill gem here because it increases 75% magnitude of shocks inflicted with supported skills. And I had this one lightning exposure, and I added ingenuity gem because we need to cast it, like, you know, while fighting with bosses we don't care about fireball actually. So how we fight with boss, we click sigil of power, I mean it swaps our weapon. So if you don't know how weapon swap works, also you better watch previous video. And we click conductivity curse, I mean frost bomb to deal exposure, and then we cast frost wall, and actually boss will be dead because a lot of comets will just land on this on his head. So we don't care about fireball, we don't care about freeze, we care only about shock and cold and lightning damage. So we need to cast it more frequently. So that's why I mean, we need to cast it more often. That's why we need Ingenuity here. So Fireball, I added the last slot for acceleration support, so for more projectile speed, because actually that's why we actually dropped cast on freeze in maps, because now our projectiles are super fast when it's like bouncing, and it like bounce from enemy to enemy. So we are pretty good in maps with mobs and with monsters, and we're pretty good in boss fights. The next one, what I've changed, let me check. We have only one curse right now. I said about it in previous video. What I've changed. As I have bonus spirit because of my helmet, because of my corruption. But if you don't have 200 spirit, it's okay. But I just have 200 spirit. That's why I added Arctic Armour with glaciation to freeze enemies if they attack me. I mean, the bonus freeze is not bad, and bludgeon to actually knock enemies back on hit. But if you don't have, if you're like have 170 spirit, it's okay. We got the spirit from the amulet, from the body armor, and of course 100 from the campaign. It's all about items and spell and skill gems. I mean, maybe, yeah, I changed the stuff. So my weapon swap item, and now it grants level 18 Sigil of Power in Implicit, and it has like it has +6 to level of all lightning spell skills, because like I used to wear another stuff with +4 or +5 to all spell skills, but we don't need it because we have only one curse, and we need it only for curses, and this curse is like lightning. So that's why I changed my weapon swap. The next one is my passive tree. So what I've changed, I unlocated at least 1 to 3 points, because we don't actually need that much freeze build up. I actually have only these nodes for freeze build up, because it gives 25% of cold damage as extra fire against frozen enemies, and it's like a lot, like 60% of or 50% of a bonus freeze build up, so it's fine and it's totally enough. The next one is I allocated all these nodes, so for magnitude of shock, for chance to shock, and for lightning damage per intelligence, and it's really helped a lot with the damage. So the next one, I unlocated effect of Arcane Surge, because we're fine even without it, and these nodes are much more important. So yeah, the passive tree is like for level 89 is almost the same. I just done some kind of changes. So the little advice, guys, if you will like continue leveling this character up, I would take this 1, 2, 3, 4 passives next. So that's what you need to take if you have like level 93 or more. And if you have like level 98, I would take this passives, but boss damage is still good. I mean, it's like you one-shot it, so maybe you even don't need it. So these 4 passives, it's what I would spend my future points on. So I mean, that's probably all I wanted to say in this video, because I made 4 videos about this build, so we have a lot of information, and you have Mobalytics reading guides, you have comment section when I can like answer all of your questions, if your question is not stupid, and if you don't want to insult me, because guys, please don't be stupid. Like I feel shame, so yeah, don't be stupid, please, in comments. You can ask me on Twitch, on my Discord, so anytime I would love to really help you if you have some trouble. So we have 1 life, 0 shield, cap of all resistances, immune to chaos damage because of CI passive right here, and 5500 mana, and that's really a lot. So thank you so much for watching this video, for actually playing my build, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to write a comment and like this video. It was Raychich as always. Follow my Twitch, please, and I'm really Happy New Year. Yeah, wishing you Happy New Year, because like it's holidays and I will be offline for like 2 or 3 days. So I will be back with good quality content pretty soon. It was Raychich as always, and goodbye.